Hey! Anybody out there?
Barrett! I think I hear him up ahead.
Hey! Can anybody hear me?
Here goes.
And push!
Marlene. Marlene. Marlene! Marlene! Biggs! Wedge! Jesse! God damn it! God damn you! God damn you all! Marlene! Marlene!
It was us. We did this.
No. You can't think like that. Whatever came before it was Shinra that pulled the trigger today. Am I right?
Yeah.
Hold on to this anger, okay?
Barrett. Marlene's fine.
Huh?
Aerith found her.
Aerith. Is that the girl they took?
Yeah. That's her.
The hell's going on?
I asked Aerith to find Marlene and take her somewhere safe.
And she did? You sure? Hey, where you going?
So yeah, on the other side here, we're gonna meet up with the those two soldiers again, the new recruit and the veteran that, you know, we saw a bunch of Sector 7, they were in those cutscenes before. And if you stick around and listen to them, you get like the closure to their little character arc.
How could this happen?
I didn't really think that...
Come on, dear. We gotta keep moving.
I don't... What do we do now?
What you were hired to do. Get these people out of here. So you know, things could have been a lot worse if you hadn't done what you did. Sometimes you can't let yourself be bound by orders.
I've made up my mind. I'm not gonna do this job for Shinra anymore. I'm an officer of the people now. We need to think about supplies and shelter and food for all these people. I work for the people now, not some corporation.
You know, you've given me a lot to think about. I can't let rules and orders dictate my life.
Why, yes, I am an anarcho-syndicalist. Yes!
Yeah! You know, we also have new openings in Avalanche as well. If you want to be, like, undercover, that would be really helpful.
Is this for real? Afraid it is.
If we could, I don't know, we could start low, and you could just, like, go to the break room in the Shinra building, just kill middle manager for me.
Perhaps communities have the capability to be self-organizing and work for the common good.
Wait a minute. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think the only good cop is one who quits. Wait.
I said, where you going?
Aerith's house. It's in the Sector 5 slums,
And that's where Marlene is?
where we hope she is.
Tell me she is. Give me something to hang on to. Even if she's not, I won't blame you for it, I swear. Who am I kidding? I'd probably try to tear your head off.
Hey, Tifa, know anything about ancients?
I know I've heard of them at least.
They come up in planetology books. Meant to be the original stewards of the planet. Could even commune with it, talk to it and stuff.
That must be why the Turks wanted her so badly.
Within my veins flows the blood of ancients. This planet is my birthright. You have failed again, I see. But through suffering, you will grow strong. Isn't that what you want?
Cloud?
It's nothing. Let's go.
It's like there's a hole in the sky.
Hey, pretty crazy, huh? Can you believe this mess?
You doing all right?
I am, but I can't say the same about my birds. Poor things are scared half to death. Gotta calm them down somehow.
Like someone popped the lid off our world.
Man, I can't believe what I'm seeing here.
Don't you worry. They'll be fine. Every plate's got its own
It's
support.
like there's a hole in the sky.
How long do you think it'll be before we put a new plate up?
What if every plate has the same design?
Wait. Over there.
What the hell are they doing here?
Their jobs, probably. Just focus on seeing Marlene again. Nothing else.
Shit, paralyzed with fear. I'm serious. Yeah, we ain't gonna get a better chance.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Thanks to you, I did.
Good. Now never let it go again.
Well, this is a fine mess.
How bad is it here?
Compared to Sector 7, we're doing fine. But that's hardly an accomplishment.
Is it true that Sector 7's pretty much destroyed?
You guys run into Jesse at the pillar?
Yeah, Biggs too. They were both in pretty bad shape.
Let me through, damn it!
But Wedge wasn't up there with them. He got out.
All right.
Come on now. There's no need to be afraid. We're all scared.
I've been thinking, y'all. We gotta go find the others.
Huh?
If we don't look for them, who will?
Right.
Hey, Cloud. Gonna need your help with it, too.
Right.
He's not asking for payment.
He isn't. It's a weird thing, you know, when you take a game like this and you have to split it up into multiple chunks. Like, there's certain things you might do, like character development wise, where it's like, ooh, this thing that played well in one game might be stretched too thin in a multi-chunk thing. So they kind of changed Cloud's development a little bit. So like, you're not getting his whole development in just this game or anything like that, but they did give you a little bit with him, like getting a little bit softer throughout. And that was like an aspect that was not there before that I kind of like.
I like that we didn't run into Johnny in Wall Market, because as soon as he heard the rumbling, he started running.
Yeah.
He's on the opposite side of the planet.
This is Sector 5, right? So where's this place you said Marlene is?
Where I think she is. It's a house on the other side of town.
Well, come on then. Pick up the pace.
I'm going as fast as you are.
I can't even imagine how it looks like.
Midgar is in mourning following the collapse of the Sector 7 plate.
Just thinking of all the lives
City
lost.
officials are currently restricting access to emergency responders.
Our plate's just fine, right?
And urging people in neighboring sectors to remain indoors until further notice. Also, Shinra has announced the establishment
Just
of an
thinking of all the lives
team.
lost.
To ascertain the cause of the plate
There was this rumble, and then all of a sudden... It was crazy. Everything on the walls fell off. I really felt it. There's a crack in our floor, too. I fell out of bed. There was so much shaking. My heart is still pounding.
So yeah, sure, there is the baffling decision of having that cat appear during the collapse of the plate, the end of the previous episode, but I feel even, you know, ignoring that, I feel like a lot of the immediate aftermath of the plate is done pretty well. Just because in the original game, there's no time to focus on how people are reacting to that. You move on from the collapse almost immediately.
That's the house.
Marlene! Marlene! Where's Marlene? Is she here?
Barrett!
Sorry, I'm Barrett. Marlene's my little girl. Marlene, she's got short hair. She's cute as a button, with the heart of an angel. She was wearing, pink. She was wearing a pink dress today.
She's sleeping upstairs.
Huh? Oh.
I said she's sleeping.
I want to see her too. Come on, let's go look in on her.
Keep it down. Don't wake her. Maybe you should join your friend upstairs.
Marlene, my baby. Thank God.
Shh.
Shinra has my daughter now.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm the one who asked her to go get Marlene. We'd only just met, but she was so kind and helpful. I took advantage of her.
It's not your fault. It was only a matter of time before she ended up back there.
Because she's an ancient. That it?
So she told you about that. She must trust you all a great deal. Yes, Aerith is an ancient. Probably the last one living. She's not my daughter. Not by blood, I mean. If that's what you were wondering. About 15 years ago. My husband, he'd been shipped off to fight on the front lines. But then I received a letter saying he'd be home for a bit. So when the day came, I went to the station to meet him. But he didn't come. I couldn't help fearing the worst, even then. But I told myself his leave must have been postponed, that he'd been delayed. Every day I went, to wait and to pray. And that's how I met her and her mother. I thought maybe they'd run away from Wall Market, or that they were topsiders fallen on hard times. I'd seen that sort of thing a lot. Take Aerith somewhere safe. Those were her mother's dying words. My husband had been away for so long, and I was lonely. So I convinced myself the safest place for the girl was with me. It took no time at all for her to start feeling like family. She was a real chatterbox. She told me strange stories. Like how she and her mother had escaped from some sort of facility. And how she wasn't sad because her mother had just returned to their planet.
Their planet, huh? Yeah, that sounds about right.
I didn't understand any of it at the time. When I asked if she meant one in the sky, she said no. This one, right here. I mean, what can you say to that?
Mommy, don't be sad.
That's what she said to me one day, out of the blue. So I asked her, what's wrong?
A man you really, really loved just died. His heart came a long way to say goodbye. But he couldn't stay because he had to return to the planet.
I didn't believe her, of course. And then, a few days later, I received a letter saying my husband had been killed in action. Things like that, she'd just know. It was a lot to deal with, but we were happy. And then came the knock.
Coming! No! Go away!
Aerith, you know you're not just any little girl. You're a descendant of the Ancients.
I had no idea what he meant, so I said, "Who are the Ancients?"
They were the original stewards of the planet, whose boundless knowledge and wisdom shall guide us to the Promised Land. Some believe the Promised Land to be a myth, others an allegory of sorts. But we take the words of the scriptures at face value and believe it to be quite real. Which is why Shinra would like very much for Aerith to help us—
You're wrong! I'm not an ancient!
But Aerith, even when you're all alone, don't you hear voices whispering secrets?
No, never!
But all three of us knew that wasn't true. That man knew exactly who Aerith was, where she'd come from, and what she could do.
They knew where she was, but they didn't just take her? Doesn't sound like the Turks I know.
She had to come willingly, otherwise it wouldn't work, they said. That's why, even if they did take her away, I'm sure she's still being treated like a guest. And that they'll send her straight back home once they get what they need.
I doubt it.
You're not planning anything, are you? Don't make things worse than they already are. If I lost her too, I don't know if I could ever. Just don't.
Cloud, maybe she's right about this. Maybe they'll let Aerith go when it's all over. Maybe we'd be better off waiting a little while.
Let's head back to Sector 7. Got things to take care of. Like checking up on the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta find the mangled bodies of our friends so we can do some type of actual burial, I suppose.
Take care of yourselves now.
Alright, so before leaving, we can check up on Marlene. And it's a very quick thing, but the first time you hear like trying to sneak out during the night, you do see Aerith like open the door during that part. And you may have noticed back then, there was a treasure chest that was just inaccessible back then.
We're gonna win this fight, I promise.
So yeah, in this chest is a
Aerith's
new
diary.
Oh
Come
man,
on.
Juicy. Give me the deets. Just a mythical amulet.
It's only mythical.
It's only mythical. This is the only place you can find this. If you wear this accessory, it makes your summons stronger.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
And it looks like the devil.
Hell yeah. Yeah, just start digging through Aerith's stuff in her room and just find out that she's just a fucking pagan. That's what the ancients are, pagans.
Oh, wow. I can't even read the band names on these CDs. She's into heavy shit.
Whoa. Okay, just turn Aerith's laptop on. Looks like she was on Tumblr asking the best ways to exhume bones from a graveyard. I don't know about this part.
The main entrance to Sector 7 is buried under rubble now. So how are we supposed to get back inside?
Underground passage in the park.
Good plan.
But how do we get to the park?
I know another way to get there. Aerith showed me before.
This ancient girl knows her stuff. Didn't mean anything by it.
There was this rumbling, and then all of a sudden...
I can finally address the thing I've been wanting to address. That fucking cat that was witnessing 9/11 times 1,000.
Yes, yes.
All right, so,
Chadley.
Chadley, I'm glad you're okay, boy. My boy, Chadley.
Cloud, I'm glad to see that you're okay. In these trying times, I hope to develop new materia to help us endure.
Okay, that sounds just like a Shinra email.
Yeah, in these unprecedented
I've
times.
come up with the most fascinating theory. Perhaps you can lend me your assistance in gathering data to test it? Cloud, I've registered a new summons battle intel request. Please, take a look.
Play video games with me, Mr. Cloud,
So
please.
I can complete the material.
All right, so I guess before we get to the fucking cat, so yeah, some more challenges coming in. We are not going to be fighting the summon for a little while because it will just annihilate my ass if I try it right now. Leviathan is very difficult. And the other ones, so there's one for like learning a bunch of weapon abilities. There's one challenge here I literally will not be able to complete on a first playthrough, which is leveling up to max all 12 types of green magic materia.
Wow.
Yeah, no way. That is a challenge saved for a New Game Plus run. Everything else we can eventually do here, though. Yeah, the monster bio one that we finished will let us get the enemy skill materia. There's only one of these in the game.
I have to tell you that I'm grateful for all of your
And this
help
is
thus
what I've been
far.
pointing out a couple times throughout the Let's Play so far, is that certain enemies have skills in their data sheet highlighted green. Those are abilities you can learn from monsters if you have the enemy skill materia equipped on you. Enemy skill was a really fun materia in the original game because you got a lot of weird abilities and spells from monsters that were pretty interesting to use because it wasn't just like you cast a fireball and it does some damage. It was like if you really spend time, you can figure out that this enemy skill is very powerful, like oh, here's a level 4 death spell where if you cast it on an enemy that has a level that is divisible by the number 4, they instantly die.
Oh,
Stuff like that.
Math. Okay.
Yeah. I think there is one spell that just, like, every time you cast it, it just does fucking whatever it wants. It's just a random spell. I think it was literally just called Pandora's Box, and when you cast it, you just got a vision of, just space and a giant question mark came into frame, and then something happens. So yeah, that cat shown up at the end of that cutscene. Yeah,
9/11 cat.
9/11 cat. Definitely a shot made for people who have played the original, know what's up.
Over there.
I'm gonna pretend the cat is friends with Stamp.
Yeah, sure.
It would be too emotionally devastating to show Stamp in that moment.
Sure. Yeah, there are a couple of things added to this game that are explicitly just for people who know the original story, so you get some winks and nods to things that might not happen until a later game, such as that cat. In the original game, you never see that cat at that point, and it isn't quite a while until you actually meet him. But he was doing stuff here at this point in time in the original story as well, so...
Sure, okay.
Let's keep moving.
It is one of the few changes where it's like, I wish they didn't do that, just because it is one of those things where it's like, okay, I get it. Yeah, I know what you're doing there, but for other people, they're just gonna be like, what the fuck is this cat? During this very heavy moment of the city, like, you know, collapsing and killing tons of people.
All right, just wait for this to come out on PC. Day 1 mod is replacing the cat model with Chadley.
Yeah, sure. Chadley is witnessing 9/11 and slamming his fist on the ground. Oh, man. So, yeah, there's a couple other things like that are going to be coming up later. And I understand where people are coming from saying, like, this game doesn't make sense unless you play the original. I agree that there are certain portions of the story of the remake that are made explicitly for the fans, but I don't think it makes the entire plot incomprehensible. I do not agree. The things this game does with some of the new additions of, like, hey, this is for fans of the original. If you haven't played it, like, you don't know what the fuck this is. They just feel to me like if that happened in any other game that wasn't a remake, they would just be sequel hooks where you're not supposed to understand it entirely. I don't know. I know people will disagree with me, whatever. People who have disagreed with me in a previous update were very nice about my opinion, except for like 2 people. Whatever. But yeah, time to change up everyone's equipment again. Going back to the nail bat.
The gang back together. Avalanche crew represent. All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, going back to the nail bat with Cloud. boosting his luck so he can do more critical hits, give him the Fury Ring so he's just always doing more damage.
I'm excited to see Barrett's parry and deadly dodge.
Oh, yeah, I'll be showing that in a couple episodes.
Oh, really? Okay, good.
Next episode, you'll see his deadly dodge, at least. Yeah, we got that heavy-duty bracer that we stole from Rude, slapping that on Barrett, because it's a good piece of equipment. It has 3 materia slots, but it also has really high physical defense. Usually you don't get those both together, so... yeah, just... increasing Barrett's defense and HP up a bunch more, giving him the enemy skill materia, because we'll actually be able to nab one of those in this episode.
Now, is your chance to learn that affected by luck? Would you be better off giving it to Tifa?
It does not seem to be luck. Basically, every time you get hit by an enemy skill, it seems like it's just a coin flip if you get it or not.
Okay.
It's not particularly difficult to get enemy skills.
Ooh, that's a fun bracelet. That's a lot of slots, too.
Yeah, stealing that from Reno. Basically, almost no defense stat for physical or magic, but yeah, it's 4 materia slots, which kicks ass. And also, Tifa's got the Sonic Strikers. She's going to be the magic user this time around. 5 slots, 2 pairs of linked ones. Really good. Giving her both Magnify and Elemental linked pairs here. And also those platinum earrings to boost her magic up even more. Yeah, Tifa's pretty fun as a magic user too. It's just she's just so goddamn good at punching that I just almost never do it. it's hard for me to gravitate away from the melee playstyle for her. Yeah, time to go through the highway.
Okay, now that you're all covered in marbles, it's back to
marbled up.
Robot zone.
Previous episode, that cutscene where, right at the end, where, you've beaten up Reno and Rude, and Cloud is holding Reno at sword point. That's a pretty funny scene if you've got the bat with you instead. Threatening this dude with a nail bat.
Worked up a good sweat.
Tifa, have you been able to take a single shower this whole game yet? I'm worried for you.
That's why she dresses like that. She just sort of airs out.
Okay, sure. That makes sense. So Tifa's the only, main character in the cast, at least for this first game, that had any real, major character design changes. And it was really just, in the original, she had a mini skirt that would be impossible to kick in, so they gave her a free-flowing skirt, and they gave her leggings.
It's blocked. There, that way. We'll have to fight our way through, but it's our only shot.
Nobody has bathed since they were swimming in the poo juice down in the sewer level.
Oh, Don Corneo's poo juice, most likely.
His private poo juice reservoir.
Oh, man. Don Corneo looks like a dude who, just eats whatever he wants, even if it gives him, really bad shits and stuff. That's a dude who eats a lot of chili, I think. Alright, so we're getting some new enemies since the path we took with Aerith the first time has been blocked off from rubble. Gotta go off in a different branch here.
Finish it quick.
God, new versions of the Gorgers here, Ring Maws.
Yeah.
Purple glowy Gorgers.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to like them any better.
Nah. They fucking love biting Cloud, too. God. They poison you constantly, too, with those bites.
Too bad.
But the new thing that they do, on top of just being more aggressive and stronger and all that shit, is they have the ability to burrow underground where you can't hit them, and then they will heal themselves during that time. And also, if the battle lasts a long time, they just start powering up over time, so gotta take them out fast.
That was pretty damn good, huh?
Let's keep it up.
Good job, Barrett. You did it.
It's nice to have Barrett back after so long.
Yeah. The positive reinforcement really helps. Although my favorite little bark is still whenever Cloud uses the assess materia and hypes it up like, oh, you're in for it now.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing is half the battle. That means you're half dead.
Yeah. Got some new enemies here, some Vargid-Polis, or whatever. These are weird little guys.
Whoa. Hey, buddy.
They look like street toughs are constantly snapping their fingers to the beat of some music, getting ready to beat you up or something. But yeah, these are...
Yeah, Officer Krupke cannot deal with this shit.
These monsters are Shinra-developed monsters that escaped at some point. You can learn enemy skill here, Apoptosis, but they almost never fucking use this move. But thankfully, the enemy skill you get from that move, you can also learn from a different enemy, and it's a lot easier to get it from them. In this first remake game, unfortunately, the enemy skill materia only has 4 moves to learn. And the original full game, there was something like 32 enemy skills or something. I'm curious if, like, in further games, if you have a save, if any of your materia or progress carries over. Because that would be cool.
Oh boy, wow, balancing that would be wild.
Yeah, I'm very curious how they're going to handle that. I can think of a few plausible ways you could use stuff from the original game to explain losing your materia or stuff like that. But it would be cool.
Sephiroth touched your brain. Bam. Good.
Oh man, I dropped all my marbles down to great. Shit, they're all gone.
Ridley showed up, you had your tutorial boss, and then...
Yeah. It would be cool if a couple things could carry over, like any enemy skills you learned or something like that. But yeah, I can imagine this being very difficult to balance, maybe. I could just see it being just just starting off with a clean slate every game, which... that wouldn't really bother me, but... But yeah, there's an enemy further up ahead where we can learn the same enemy skill that you could get from the Vargid-Polis. I still do not know if that's how you say their name. It's never been voice acted.
Well, they don't seem to talk much.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, it's like, it looks like they just have one mouth, but all those glowy holes are actually mouths. Like, you can see into them.
It's very bad.
Like it's pretty gross.
I gotcha.
But at least we can magnify more now. Good job.
Yeah. This is also around the area where enemies start giving out a lot more AP, so stuff you've been struggling to level up for a while will just start, like, battle after battle, just start leveling up, which is pretty satisfying. Alright, so we got a Smogger, and we can learn the enemy skill from the Smogger here. It's probably maybe the most difficult enemy skill to learn because it's the self-destruct move.
Oh, okay.
You have to deliberately let the Smogger self-destruct and blow up in your face to learn it.
So that you can later blow up in someone else's face.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem worth it, really.
Yeah, the self-destruct enemy skill is probably the one that's the hardest to figure out, like, how is this useful? There are some really weird materia combinations that can make that move very useful. It's not something we can do immediately. I'm hoping to show it off before we hit New Game Plus, but I don't know.
Okay.
There it is. Took Tifa out in the process, though. Yeah, learning enemy skills feels like about a 50-50 thing. The Smoggers don't always self-destruct when they're defeated, so that's why I made a save right before here, just so I could definitely get it.
Yeah. Look at her, what a trooper. Right back into it.
Right back in it, yeah. Yeah, there's one enemy skill you can't learn in your first playthrough. There's a new enemy that only appears on a New Game Plus run that has a move you can learn as well.
Ah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
Mm-hmm.
Tifa, did you just say you've got to sing?
Got a sting, I think.
I don't see how that's relevant.
Sorry, didn't mean to drag it out.
No need to be, really.
What's nice is if someone takes a ton of damage and it triggers their limit break gauge, but they die in the process, it doesn't wipe out their gauge. So if you revive them, they still got that limit break ready to go. Yeah, self-destruct. It deals a shitload of damage in an explosion, but it also kills you if you use it. There is a way around that. If you equip the self-destruct user with the earring accessory that automatically revives you, yeah, you'll immediately get back up. But there's another trick here. The subversion materia, when linked with the warding materia, gives you protection against instant death. So...
one of my least favorite kinds of death.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing is that the warding materia isn't leveled up much, so it only gives us a 25% chance of preventing instant death. But if you got a maxed out one that just prevents instant death, so the self-destruct move both it does a shitload of damage to you, and on top of that does the instant death status. So even if you're protected against that, you still get hurt a lot. But there are ways to prevent that as well with later materia we can get, so that you can just run around constantly exploding and you will never die. It's kind of a late game or even New Game Plus tactic, but it's actually, once you realize you can just constantly blow yourself up and live through it, it's pretty fun.
Oh wow, we fell into Jet Set Radio.
Oh man.
The train tunnel.
Yeah, so we're back
just
here.
Tagged with where they are. That's not a tag, that's a logo.
It's their way of, I don't know, breadcrumbs or something.
Use your imagination. This graffiti could say anything.
Yeah, such as life can still get you down even after you've grown up. I would argue life gets you down more once you've grown up, honestly.
I mean, this artist has come a long way since Down with Authority. They're getting really nuanced.
Yeah.
This is their more mature period.
Get the bastards!
We're sick of Down with Authority. Now the Authority has come down on us.
Oh, man. So yeah, we've gotten into where all the bandits, like, live, so... I've got Cloud still set up with steel and some luck up so that we can try to grab more Celeris from them.
Oh no, that's a train car. I thought it was like the O in the Hollywood sign.
Yeah, if you actually do choose to like start using the self-destruct move, it does. Yeah, it's a fuckload of damage. The nice thing about enemy skill moves is, so they all take two meters of your gauge to use, but they cost 0 MP.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though some of the enemy skills you can learn are just straight up like spells, never need MP for them, which is pretty nice. I'm always bummed when I whiff the home run swing.
Yeah.
Oh, something I thought you would enjoy. So Final Fantasy XIV had a big stream where they announced their next big expansion that's coming out in the fall this year.
A lot of people have told me I would enjoy something about that.
Oh, you've heard about that already. Okay, cool. You've heard that they just added the funnels from Gundam.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the RX-93 new Gundam specifically.
Yep, that's just a whole class now. It's just that.
I saw the pictures, like, okay, I get why people are saying the reference, and then I was doing a mouse guard recording yesterday, and Arden, who does a fantastic job in that campaign. People should be listening to it. Like, links the trailer, like, no, you have to watch this and see them in action.
Not so fast! You wanna come through here, you'll need to provide due compensation. You again? Oh shit!
Friends of yours?
Stop lying! We go way back!
Allow me.
We got a grungy bandit.
Oh my goodness! Grungy Bandit just escaped the WCW.
Right? So yeah, we are fighting Beck's badasses again. It's those guys.
Yeah, I'll do it.
So yeah, they've got some hired muscle now with the Grungy Bandit. Depending if the bonus episode on the alternate side quest chain in Wall Market has already been out or not by this point, we will have already met the Grungy Bandit in that alternate side quest chain. But you really, anytime you encounter that big dude, you really want to have the steel materia on you because you can steal a champion belt from him.
Ooh, and then you can have two.
Yeah, and like I said before, the champion belt sells for a lot of money, 5,000 gil. So if you can like repeatedly later in the game come back to this area and fight the Grungy Bandit over and over. And
or you can put both of them on different party members and then go PvP.
Oh man, you could.
To figure out who wins the undisputed championship.
Ooh. Also, the healing materia has leveled up to learn a new spell, Regen. So with Magnify, casting that on everybody, and now everybody's just constantly regenerating health, like every half second.
Nice. I love Grungy Bandit's moveset.
Yeah, he's a fun character, a fun enemy to fight, actually.
Just the way he rushes at you all trundly.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and he's got that grab move. He body slammed Cloud earlier. It's got like a cinematic camera for it and everything.
Yeah.
And he does the sumo, the sumo pushing. They still have their dramatic deaths, by the way.
Hey Beck, what's up?
Yeah, he's also got this move he's doing to Tifa right now, where he'll just pick somebody up and just fucking start choking them.
Oh well, that's not very nice.
Yeah.
He was so pleasant before.
Yeah, if you want to pressure the Grungy Bandit, like the home run swing works, but also when he's coming in for any grab moves, just roll out of the way so he whiffs that, and he gets pressured from that. But yeah, he's a fun enemy to fight. I just like his animations. The body slam is cool. He even picks up Barrett, and he's like 400 pounds.
He loves doing that move.
Yeah. All right, so Star Shower here, like I mentioned before, if you use this, whatever attack or magic attack you do next is powered up. So Fyra is going to do way more damage.
Wow, look at him go.
Just like that, okay?
It did like double damage, basically.
Now he's just grungy legs.
Got killed so hard he clipped through the geometry. It's a terrible death. I think that means your soul can't go to heaven or hell. It's just trapped in the geometry, just vibrating wildly.
No, that's him returning to the planet very directly. He's taking the short route.
Sure.
Ooh, a gravitational orb.
I love gravitational orbs. I still need to show those off. Yeah, you throw it, it makes a magic black hole, it sucks enemies in, and it just chips away at their health.
Finally! Those assholes were really getting on my nerves.
Can you believe that guy body slammed you, Barrett?
I know, right? He's a strong guy.
Need my help, do you?
Yeah, some of the attack items, like the gravitational orbs, are basically versions of spells you can't, from the original game, that you can't get in materia form yet, that I think they're saving for later games. The gravity items are basically the Demi move, which was always just a magic spell that would take a fraction of an enemy's health.
Oh, okay.
So it worked on percentages. So like Demi was usually like, it would just take out a quarter of their health, of their current remaining health. And of course, it was a spell I would never use in the original because it didn't work on bosses. But later Final Fantasies have been much better about that type of stuff, so maybe it'll actually be useful.
Over there!
That a way out?
I'm almost afraid to go back. To see it with my own eyes.
Tifa.
Come on.
Alright, do we all got masks? I don't want to breathe anything in Sector 7 in. It's gonna be a lot of dust.
Yeah. Well, let's just hope those kids who, in the original, were teaching each other how to limit break.
Right.
Let's hope they made it out okay.
Does it look like we can go this way? No. There's monsters everywhere. Take us straight to the Sector 5 slums.
Weimer! You're alive!
Still in one piece?
Who else made it out?
I wish I knew. Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm just glad you survived. Gives me hope for the others.
This is bad. We can't afford to lose any more lives. Not now. I don't even know where to start. We need able-bodied men and women.
So drink your milk. Take your medicine, Cloud.
Not yet.
We'll stand first watch, so you all can rest and take it easy.
Yeah, there is. Rest and don't get underfoot. We don't want
I would love to see Cloud just go up and go down the slide right now in front of everybody.
Not now, Cloud.
You can make it as far as
Look, you can have fun. It's fine.
So sorry, Dad. It's my fault you got hurt.
I'll be right as rain with a bit of rest.
Play in the slide with some kids. Distract them. Some traumatic shit.
Not like I've got a choice. We don't have a home to go back to.
Hey, guys. We'll rest here for the night. Start back up that first light, okay?
We'll stand first watch.
Hey, kid, you made it. You found your daddy.
I really hope that all my friends are okay.
I'm sure they are, honey. Don't worry.
Went to the same pants store as Biggs.
Oh.
You know, the pants store? The store for pants.
I love the pants store. Yeah, so a decent amount of people from Sector 7 make it out at least, including the fucking...
You carried your inventory?
Yeah, holy shit.
Never know what you're gonna run into out there. Best be prepared.
Maybe he thought something was up early and just took a couple trips. I don't know. Also, when I saw the album art for On Our Way, I thought it was the cast from Final Fantasy 15 for a second because of the road trip stuff, but it ain't. I wish it was.
Is it anybody in particular?
It isn't. It just seems to be a fictionalized band. I don't know. I was, there's a different album art. Oh yeah, also get another $5,000 from that extra belt we stole. There's some other album art later on that when I first played it, thought it had spin-off Final Fantasy VII characters. I was thinking like, oh god, what are they doing? But I was wrong.
Sector 7, huh?
Yeah. Left a few things behind.
I see. I know it's not much, but it's all I got.
Got a new gun for Barrett. Big Bertha.
Big Bertha. Unrivaled destructive force.
Yeah, since we stole that equipment from Reno and Rude, we saved a bunch of money because they're almost 5,000 a pop otherwise. Also grabbing a new vest for Barrett. What do risk cards for Tifa too? Everyone deserves a treat right now.
Yeah, they've had a rough night. It's
Godspeed.
Just a little pick me up.
A lot of people died, including 3 of our best friends, so...
The least we can do is stop for ice cream on the way. It's what Wedge would have wanted.
Totally.
Okay. Let's see what's on the other side.
Finally, I can use some fresh air.
Damn it! I still can't believe this happened.
Rest easy.
Listen, Sector 6 is right over there. We just need to walk a little bit longer, that's all.
All the more reason to go someplace new and start over.
Keep your head on a swivel out there.
I wish I hadn't made it out.
Don't say that. Things will work out for us. They always have.
I suppose you're right.
Again?
That one was a lot closer.
Hello! Is there anyone out there that needs some help? My God.
Just a little more. Come on. Come on.
It won't budge.
Make room.
Morrow!
You're alive.
With me. Ready? And...
Great job, guys.
Thank you.
I can't tell you how relieved I am to see you. So, what now?
Don't know. Find something. Anything to do.
Been back to the bar yet?
No.
Maybe you should go take a look?
Okay. First the bar, then the rest.
Careful. The roads are a mess. Watch your step or you'll wind up in a hole.
Hello!
I take it that little Marlene's safe and sound? That little girl's a hell of a lot stronger than you might think.
Anybody out there? Hey! Hey! If you can hear me, shout! Can you hear me? Anyone there? Hey! Hey!
Tifa.
Get back!
Shit!
Hear that?
That's Wedge's cat.
What?
Let's follow it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3!
Is this all that's left of Wedge's place?
Hey! We're coming down! Stay right where you are! This place reeks of Shinra.
Wedge?
Wedge! Before